Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to the video. A fun fact you might not have known about mobs in Minecraft is that 3 of them existed in the Mo Creatures mod pack, before they existed in the final version of Minecraft. This is the rabbit, this is the horse, and this is the polar bear from the most recent update, and that is really interesting to me. And although I don't want to predict that, oh yeah, well every single mob from this mod pack will make it into the game, because there's 50 plus of them, and that's just unrealistic. I don't think we'll be seeing any elephants or snakes in the near-term future. However, what I did want to suggest is that certain mobs have been suggested by Minecraft developers at one time or another as something they really want to work on, and if they've been referenced by a developer and they say they want to work on them and they already exist in some form of mod, doesn't it seem quite likely that they look something like this? So today I'll be showing you 5 kind of predictions as to what mobs would look like based on what developers have said and based on the fact that they already exist in this mod, which so many developers have seemed to have pulled from. So hopefully you all do enjoy this video, kind of like a future glimpse into 5 mobs. If you all do, please do like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like these sorts of videos. I've done something similar to this where I just kind of spoke about them, but I think it'd be way cooler to actually show you what each of these mobs could look like, because to me at least, looking at a mob, it kind of means a little bit more than just saying, oh yeah, well wouldn't an elephant mob be cool? Being able to look at an elephant, which won't be one of the ones in the future, but still, you just look at it and you're like, ooh, that is really intriguing. Same goes with a snake, even though this is one of the most bizarre mobs I've ever seen. But yeah, that said, let's go into the 5 mobs that have been mentioned by Minecraft developers and also exist in Mo Creatures, which is really, really intriguing to me. So let's start with the 5th one here, which is the most obvious one and the easiest one to implement, which is why I think it's kind of quite likely, and that is going to be the wild horse. So if you don't know, the horse coming from Mo Creatures is one of the, I guess more famous facts about Minecraft. Basically, Jeb wanted to make horses because he promised them, and he really liked the, the horse from Mo Creatures, so he just took the design, credited them, and also took a lot of the, kind of gameplay aspects of it, which is really, really cool to me. The fact that instead of just designing it and making it worse, they took it from Minecraft. However, they also took, eventually for the Pocket Edition, the crafted saddle idea. Why am I mentioning these 2 things as part of the 5th mob? Well, because the wild horse, which is the 5th one we're talking about today, is basically just a zebra. It's, it's got a few different, distinguishing features from the regular horse of this, but basically, yeah, it's basically just a skin on the horse, which makes it more interesting, and you could make this spawn in a savanna biome exclusively, wouldn't that be amazing, and make it just a really cool variant of the horse. It requires very little effort to do, and also just makes for a, a really cool thing, because wouldn't you love to be like, oh yeah, I want to go get a zebra, so I'll go to a savanna. So yeah, really easy, additional features to make here, just make it so that, you have zebras as well as horses, or, as they call in this mod pack, the wild horse. I think this is one of the more likely contenders, because it's easy, and it's biome specific, which is what they've been doing more and more of recently. So yeah, the savanna specific wild horse is the 5th of these ones on this list, but the 4th one here is going to be, this is kind of like a top 5 I guess, the 4th one here is going to be the wyvern. So the wyvern is a really, really strange prediction, because you might hear wyvern and think, that doesn't really make too much sense, but if you don't know, Dinnerbone has referenced the red dragon so many times, and this is basically a red dragon but in Minecraft. It's kind of designed in a way to make it really, really cool. It's designed to have its own layers. It's got a whole bunch of boxes mob, but I think just the core model of, oh yeah, there's a dragon which can fly around the overworld, or which is found in certain caves at a certain depth, is a really, really cool one. And to me at least, just seeing this thing in action is one of those really intriguing bits of Minecraft. If they do decide to make another mob, it's definitely going to be, it's almost definitely going to be the red dragon, because again, it's been referenced so many times, particularly by Dinnerbone, and yeah, as a result of that, I think the red dragon, in a form like this, maybe it would be bigger, maybe it'd be smaller, depending on whether they want to make it a regular mob or a boss mob, is something that's incredibly likely. And just look at this thing, isn't it amazing? So yeah, that brings us nicely into the 3rd, I guess number 3 here, which is going to have to be turtles. So turtles, yeah, they've been referenced directly as one of the reasons, in fact, this turtle, has been referenced directly, because Jeb said that he wanted to work on turtles, but the Mo Creatures one, depressed him because of how good it was, and that's why I think this is really likely. Although Jeb might make his own turtle from scratch, make it better than this one, the fact that he really wants to put turtles in the game, and that Mo Creatures have already done a good turtle, and that Jeb has directly taken from Mo Creatures with the horse before, makes me think that the turtle is a really, really likely option. So this is the turtle when it's got its back open and you can kill it, and this is the turtle when it has, invulnerability from all attacks. It's a really cool thing if you ask me. It's also really cool when you compare the size of this to the size of the wyvern or the red dragon. But yeah, the turtle is a really likely option because, one, it's a really just, passive mob to make the seas more active, which is something they said they want to do. But 2, it's also a really likely option. Also, look, he tried to spin onto his back. It's a really likely option because if you have a survival island type spawn, which is really, or not really common, but it's pretty common and really annoying because you won't find mobs there, it's a really cool thing to have turtles, because if you don't know, turtles drop turtle meat in this. You don't have to necessarily carry that stuff full game, but having a form of meat you can get from the source without having to fish, which, fishing isn't the most efficient thing in the game, would be really, really cool if you ask me. So, yeah, I think turtles will exist, and I think they'll exist in this form because, you know, again, Jeb has directly referenced this type of turtle. He's directly said that he really likes it, and that's the reason he hasn't put turtlings before. And, you know, at some point, I presume he'll be like, you know, let's just cave in and make this, or he'll make a turtle better than this. Either way, this is what a turtle would look like, roughly, you know, or either like this or better, and that's pretty cool if you ask me. Just having a lot of these spawn, you know, by the beaches and stuff when you've got a survival land or something like that. Is this the turtle here? It is. There you go. So here's one spawning in the wild, just kind of swimming around. When you put it on land, they get a little bit less happy about that. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the second of the mobs I wanted to show today, which is going to be the dolphin. So the dolphin is a bit of a ridiculous sounding mob, and to be fair, again, it kind of sounds funny, but it has the cute factor, which Minecraft is very good at, where as you can see, you either get pink dolphins, oh, this one's just her, I think it might not actually be pink, you get pink dolphins, okay, so I'm having problems spawning them, there we go, you get pink dolphins, and you get blue dolphins. So, basically, dolphins only spawn in deep oceans below a certain level, I believe it's below Y43 or something like that, which means you only find them in the crazy deep oceans, and you only find them in those oceans if you go low enough, or if they come up to see you. And yeah, the cool thing about dolphins, in my opinion, is that they have been referenced because they want to add more sea life to the game. That's something Jeb has directly said with an interview with a German publication, but as well as just adding more sea life to the game, a dolphin adds, again, the cute factor, which is always a big deal for Minecraft, given the, you know, the demographic is always, you know, kind of sneaking downwards, but as well as being an incredibly cute mob and an incredibly, you know, active mob to make the to make the oceans more interesting, it also has the benefit of being one of these mobs that you can make both, you know, hostile and make both passive. So you can make it a really cool mob to tame if you want to, or a really cool mob to breed, but you can also make it the sort of thing that if you upset it, it's going to attack you, or if you go near its young, it will attack you. And to me, at least, that's a really cool idea. I like how the polar bear is kind of both passive and aggressive, and I think having that be an option for the dolphin would be pretty cool if you ask me. So that's why I think the dolphin is quite likely, again, unlike the snake and the elephant personally. And yeah, that's going to move us very nicely into... Okay, I thought that the elephant was walking water there. Into our final mob here, and this is one that, you know, I can't directly show you, because interestingly enough, in the latest version of Mo Creatures, both the polar bear, which was actually added into the full version of Minecraft, and the panda bear do not exist. Maybe I've installed it wrong and I've just errored from those two mobs. Maybe it's a, you know, just a random little glitch, or maybe it's a suspicious little coincidence that Dinnerbone has said so many times before that he would love to have panda bears in the game, and then suddenly they're not in the Mo Creatures mob, because, again, so aren't polar bears for some bizarre reason. I don't know if there's something wrong with the version I have, which is probably the explanation, but if you want to get conspiracy mode with me, which is way more fun than, you know, the actual truth, I think that there's a chance that, like, oh yeah, so, you know, that they decided to take them from this game, they would decide to, like, license it full out, and they decided to remove it just because there's no point having two, or, you know, what also could be the case is just, oh yeah, that's a random thing, but, you know, Dinnerbone is coming back to the Minecraft development team at some point soon. One of his big projects he's wanted to do, besides the Red Dragons, is the Panda Bear, and maybe there's going to be an update with that in. I can't say for sure, I'm not going to try and claim that I can, but this is what a panda bear looks like. It doesn't exist in this mod, even though it really should, and that's really interesting. Like, just to show you this right here, look how many different spawn eggs there are in this different mod. So spawn, and then you try to go to panda bear, doesn't exist. Little bit suspicious, but yeah. Point being here, I hope you did all enjoy this video. I hope one of these 5 mobs does make into the game, and I hope you enjoy this little sneak peek into all of them. Again, I don't think they're going to be amazingly soon. I think, like, maybe you'll see one in 1.11, but they are all mobs that are way more likely than the rest, and if you all enjoyed this, then I'd like to hear that too. If you want to see more sorts of videos on this, like, you know, showing you mob gameplay of things that could exist in the future, please do like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like these sorts of videos. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. One little fun fact I will clarify here is that even though the polar bear and the horse both look a lot like their Mo Creatures variant, the rabbit actually looks nothing like the bunny, which is the version of it which is found here. So yeah, this is the Mo Creatures rabbit. I think I would just mention this because it is really funny to me. Like, I was like, oh yeah, so they took 2 mobs, and you look at the polar bear, you look at the horse, looks exactly like the, you know, the regular one. And then you look at the bunny, which I believe I have just over here, and you're like, oh, so it's going to look exactly like a Minecraft rabbit. And you're like, nope, looks entirely different. So, yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, because I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.